What is going down, everyone? It's time for Mojobreak.com, the hype episode 336. Kind of a slow week in the hobby, so we're going to talk Drake diss. We're going to talk World War III, possibly, Bitcoin, and more on today's show. I'm just kidding. Ooh. Actually got a lot of stuff to talk about on the show. Chrome Black is released. We'll dive into that. Fanatics came out last week, and they're going to have a Fanatics Fest with music, culture, sports cards, and more. We're going to paint the picture of what would be the dream Mojo Fest if we had unlimited budget. So we're going to talk that. We're going to talk about ePay getting in some trading cards, Eric Whiteback hatred, and many more. But guys, I got to tell you about this new and exciting revolutionary buyback. I should be using my ChatGPT description here because it came out pretty good. But new revolutionary buyback, basketball buyback that's dropping on Mojobreak.com. Already available for pre-sale. It's coming out on the 26th. It is a buyback that is mixed cards and hobby boxes. So every case that you're going to get into is going to have 4 buybacks. That includes Giannis rookie autographs, Curry rookies. We've got LeBron 03-04 Topps Chrome in there. We've got plenty of Paolo, Chet, Wemby. Wemby has autographs in our product. And then inclusion of 4 hobby boxes as well. So that's why it's called Quadruple Double. It's Mojobreak's Quadruple Double NBA. So you're going to get 4 hobby boxes ranging from the years of 17, 18 to 23, 24. We've got Eminence in there. Woo. We have Flawless in there. Woo. We've got 18, 19 National Treasures. We have 17, 18 Prism. We got 18, 19 Prism Choice. We've got all kinds of stuff. 23, 24 Prism. 23, 24 Revolution. We're at Fast Break. So each case will have 4 hobby boxes and 4 buyback cards. It's random team style. Right now it's on sale at $189 a spot. Gets you a random NBA team, and you got your shot at, you could be in the case with the Eminence, which is a $22,000 product right in that case. And that's just one of the boxes in that case. So get in now. There's an early bird bonus right now at Mojobreak.com, and it's going to be insane. So check it out, guys. How excited are you for that one, Conrad?
Super excited. I mean, we haven't done a quad double in years, it feels like. And the fact that there's Eminence, Flawless, NT, and all that good stuff, plus the buyback cards that are always super crazy that you put in there. I'm excited. And I love the fact that I don't know what the cards are ever. Yeah. So it's always like also exciting for me to just rip it and then see what comes out of it. Plus, you get the chance of, like, you don't know what the hell comes out of the boxes either. That's what makes that quad doubles such a good product.
Right. And I think that's what's like when you just do a buyback, there's a floor and a ceiling, right?
Yep.
Obviously, there's the cheapest card and the most expensive card. Well, this, you throw in the boxes, you don't know what could happen. There could be a triple logo man. There could be a 101 Steph 75th out of the Eminence. So there's a lot of opportunities. 101 Chets, 101 Paolos, all possible in this break. So I would definitely check that out. So Otani's translator is going on the old whatnot. I wonder if he got scammed for one, but looks like he spent $300K out of the $16 million, so he didn't allocate a lot of budget to
I was like
to the card side of it. But Cody,
that was a change in between his couch cushions.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. The change in between Otani's couch cushions.
100%. So this is confirmed. He bought Yogi Berra Vintage, Juan Soto, and Otani?
Well, so they don't say Otani. They just say Victim A or whatever, how they refer to him in criminal report.
I believe that's code. I think that's court code for Otani.
Yeah. I mean,
Victim A?
It's funny how the whole time they're like, stole money from Victim A, da-da-da-da, Victim A, and then had baseball cards of Victim A.
So when this story broke, we were at, he basically stole, embezzled, whatever you want to have the term as.
Sure.
$4 million.
Now it's 16.
And now the feds are involved, and it's $16 million.
Yeah.
And now he's $300,000 and on whatnot.
It brings new light.
We're looking at federal charges here, right? Like, this dude's probably going to prison.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So, by the way, $325,000.
I mean, we met him. Seemed like a nice guy.
Purchased thousands of cards under the alias J Min.
He's a Otani fan number 1.
I looked him up to see if we did any business with him. It doesn't seem like
that would have been wild if that had happened.
Like, he wasn't buying an entire stream.
I
doing the finger push.
Here you go. A little more from the affidavit. It is believed.
He rolled in there and he's like, I don't understand.
It is believed Mizuhara planned to sell the cards, quote, at a later date, according to the affidavit. So he was buying and...
Dude, like, I don't
Thank you to
understand
flip 'em.
this. You're... Just ask the man for some cards right here.
Well, he did. Actually, I was going to say, it brings new light to that
The Trout, Otani,
Yes,
tops
and it's-
now.
and it's
from
eBay.
the WBC.
And it's
he
all
had a
graded.
dual sign. They were all three holding them, including himself.
He's all Otani. Look what you bought.
Yeah. No, he's like, no, basically, he bought the cards for, what was it, $15 on Topps now?
And Otani's like, how much were they? He's all about $3 million.
About
About
16
$3
million.
Very hard to get.
50
Very
bucks.
very limited. There's only these three.
Yeah.
But the intention was to probably sell them to bet more, right? So you basically can get $15 cards. You have Otani and Trout sign them, PSA grade them, authenticate them, and then sell them for thousands of dollars.
Okay, if he was in the business of embezzlement, why wasn't he doing that exactly? Why wasn't he's in the clubhouse? He's like, I know cards. I know they're worth money. Otani's hot. Trout's hot. Two of the hottest players.
Literally
in baseball.
the two biggest stars for
I'm just
baseball
gonna
collectors.
have them sign a bunch of these. I'm gonna get them PSA'd. I'm gonna have them put inscriptions on them, and I'm just gonna be able to print money.
And PSA's right down the street.
Be able to print
They're
money.
in Orange
But
County.
instead he's like, nah, man, I'm gonna turn off his bake notifications on his phone, and I'm just gonna steal his money.
Yeah.
Well, you know what he probably
that's
did? He
quicker.
probably did have them sign stuff and get tickets for said bookies to go to the game to maybe buy himself some more time.
That's a
Are we
great
are
point.
we are we still going down the lane that Otani is not involved?
Oh, he will. Well, we'll find out. If this guy,
I know.
I don't care how
Cody's like,
close.
I've made it
like-
pretty clear.
Cody's like, not my Otani.
Until well, no.
I
Let's,
mean, obviously,
look,
all of us in this room are pretty close. But if basically I was using you or you were using me to funnel $30 or $40 million in bank and or not that much, $60 million in bets.
How about we go into $100?
And you're like-
hundreds of dollars.
Okay, well, no, I'm saying like, so you basically like do that, and then you're the fall guy, but then you go to court, you're going to find out you're going to be in jail for 40 years. I don't care how close of a friend you are.
Well, yeah, okay.
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Translator dude is probably going to be like, I'm potentially going to spend the rest of my life in prison. So if I have any leverage to work with the feds, I'm going to give them every piece of information. Even if, honestly, if he has to embellish it, he's probably going to do whatever he can to stay out of prison for the rest of his life.
Yeah, I mean, we'll find
Because
out.
how old is he? Like, he's like
probably-
he's in 40s, right?
maybe even younger than
I
that.
mean, this
yeah.
type of crime, though, it's like, they might want to chart, like, it probably won't be that long.
Probably
I
like 10
can't
years,
imagine, it'd be a 40-year
Right.
sentence. It'd be like, he'll probably have to do like 10.
and it's part of it.
5,
on,
10.
he is one
Whoa,
guy.
whoa. Okay, you're telling me that you
didn't murder
could,
anybody.
You're telling me you could steal $16 million
Yeah.
from somebody and just do 5 years?
hey, you know,
What is
you
that?
pick up some
but
trash
and
on the
gotta
side of the freeway.
And wait, you gotta essentially keep or just not know where the $16 million is at,
Yeah.
and then just get out in 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If now I think
not
he can
tough.
if because this is part of a larger ongoing investigation of illegal gambling rings in Southern California, and this was kind of a like, oh, what's this? Shohei Ohtani, Ippei, these are names we know. So if he is gonna give those guys up, then maybe they're like, all right, your 30-year sentence just became 7 years.
Okay.
So
And hypothetically, let's say Ohtani is involved. Let's say Ohtani was involved to an extent. Let's just say he didn't bet on baseball.
Right.
Right. Let's say
He's betting on other sports.
He bet on other stuff, right? Pickleball tournaments, whatever.
Sure.
Whatever, right?
As one does.
As one does. He is so important to Major League Baseball for the next decade.
Yes.
He needs
Beyond.
But let's just say the next decade.
Sure.
He is going to be the largest revenue maker for Major League Baseball, without a doubt. Does baseball turn a blind eye and be like, we're going to try to figure out whatever way we can make this look?
Look, there.
I mean,
There's a lot of strings that Rob Manfred and Major League Baseball can do, but when Uncle Sam and the United States government come a knocking at the door, I'm sorry, there
But
ain't nobody
to
going to
further
save
that,
you.
because
but
I'm
even
sorry
but
that your
even will the
precious
federal-
Shohei
but
Ohtani
will the
is doing
federal
that?
government find stuff out about Ohtani and be like, well, we know what this is going to mean to America's pastime. Let's take this data, this info, sweep it under the rug, and present a case without the Ohtani details.
I don't know.
There's a lot of money involved. I mean, it does lend some valor to the fact that he put his money for the next 40 years. So if he's got to pay Ipe when he gets out of jail, he has the money still because he's only taking $1 million a year for the next.
No, well, he probably did that because he's like, I don't know what's going on with these taxes in California. He's like, but I look at my account. And he's like, I don't have any money. He probably was like, I don't know why. He's like, he's also, I don't want the money.
So true.
He's like,
So
I
true.
don't want the money. I just want to get it in 40 years
Sure.
because I just been playing baseball and I should have like $40 million. I don't have anything.
This is the part of this that has.
That's actually hilarious. He's like,
Yeah.
hey, Ipe, I what's up in my bank account? Taxes.
This is the part of it that is bugging me.
That if we joke about it, but there is a very, very, very good chance that is what was said.
He's all,
Like,
how much percentage
like-
of taxes? 90%.
He's all,
My fee went
he's
up.
all, he's all this, the California, like,
Right.
It's different. Like,
He's like, hey,
I
you wanted to come play in America.
Yeah.
I will still.
he's all, can you DoorDash me some In-N-Out burger? And he's all, yeah, it's going to be like $7,000.
I mean, that's not that far off, to be honest. I will, and again, I am still in the until further notice. I am in the camp of I don't think Ohtani did anything here, but
Go Dodgers.
the people who are like. Oh yeah, like so he just didn't notice 60 million. Yeah, of course. It's like okay, so you wouldn't notice a few $1,000s taken away from your account, and the people who say, "Yeah, I wouldn't notice." One, you're either a liar, or two, tell me right now exactly what you are doing for your career because BS. If there was $50, $100 taken from my account, and go, well, that's weird. That's
no,
strange.
you're on the
Don't
phone.
give me that.
No, you're on the phone.
BS.
There's something on there that you don't even know what it is on your statement. You're on the phone with your
Yes.
bank going like, yeah, I think somebody got my
I see $7.99.
Somebody got my there's an $8 charge for something. I don't know what
From
this
some
is.
place I've never heard of.
Never heard of. I'm like,
on the
To back up Ohtani, he literally had Ipe go to the bank with him, set up everything, and he could have been like, I need this, take care of that.
Oh,
I
for
need
sure.
that, take care of that.
That
Pay
doesn't-
that bill,
yeah,
take
explains
care of
a
that.
lot.
Like he may not even know how to freaking log in.
100%. Shohei's not looking at his bank account.
No, he's not.
He ain't got time. Man sleeps like
But-
14 hours a
but
day.
He got with that chick.
Then why
He got
did
with that chick, and this started coming out.
Then
Well,
when he was a free agent, why didn't he just come out and be like, you know what, I love baseball so much, I'll play for free?
I mean, he essentially did.
No. Well, he played for free. But like,
Free-ish. Free until he retires.
Well, I mean, and then to back up women, he married somebody, and then stuff started coming out. So there could be a couple different reasons. She's
you're
looking
right.
out for his best interest.
She went
or
something
she's
fishy.
looking out for how much she'd get in a divorce, and there wasn't anything there. So one of the two things that helped out.
You're saying that they got married and she went to dude and she's like, I need his like bank.
Right, you
login.
go to the bank,
and
you
she
merge
went
accounts.
in and she's like, whoa, like
Something's
I
up.
thought I married like a multi-millionaire. This guy's got like $37 in his Chase account.
I'm saying one or two things. She was looking out for his best interest
Shohei
because she loves
Ohtani.
him.
He's
or
just
she's
like
looking
us.
out for her best
She's
interest.
like, it looks like I'm staying with him for a little
Ohtani
bit
living
longer.
paycheck to paycheck. He's just like us. He's just like us.
Now,
All right.
what if Ohtani came out and was like, "Hey Dodgers, I know I'm getting paid for the next 40 years, but can we like backtrack that and maybe push the money up a little bit
I need a
closer
little bit
to
of a
now?"
loan.
He's all, how about
Paycheck
how about a
advance.
signing bonus?
Don't know if you heard. I'm down 16 mil. Don't know if you heard.
I actually bet there's been conversations internally with the Dodgers that are like, we're gonna move that money up to make you
I wouldn't
whole
be
on your
surprised.
16 million, so you don't like.
Yeah. I mean,
again,
look,
he lives in Southern California. Very expensive to live there.
I hate giving that franchise credit at any time. I don't like doing it, but the fact is they are kind of the model franchise of baseball, and they do things like that. They look out for their guys. They have good training facilities, so it wouldn't shock me if they did that.
Side note, not in the show, but we joke about this, and this is money as well. It actually happened. I think we were joking about Brock Purdy's cards, but like actual Caitlin Clark card sold for more than her first year salary. So it actually happened.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing a lot of chatter on Twitter, and I'm going to approach this with kids' gloves here, but they're like Caitlin Clark gets $78K in her first year, and Wemby gets $12 million, and that's not fair in the magnitude of all sports. But if you got to look at the economics. One's a $70 billion industry, and the other one's in the $1 million industry. So if you care that much, buy her jerseys, watch the games.
I do
contribute more to that revenue.
I do
instead of
believe
complaining
their
about it.
TV deal is a lot of money though. I think it's like $60 million for the
Something like
WNBA
that.
TV deal.
And here's the thing is that by everybody getting shocked about that, and we've talked about it on the show for the last few weeks, this might be one of the last times where we can put those numbers up and get that sort of reaction. I don't imagine with the popularity of
Iowa's pretty much like, I mean, they're pretty much sold out next year.
Right.
Like,
and all her jerseys,
Indiana, yeah,
all her
Indiana?
Yeah.
Indiana?
Yeah.
Oh no, she went to Iowa.
Fever. Yeah.
That was her college team.
I believe there are only there's only like 6 games of theirs that will not be nationally televised. Absolutely.
And all her jerseys sold out on Fanatics
Yeah.
except for like a couple sizes.
They actually did something where they're now it's pre-order, but they put some in the store before she was drafted because they knew where she was going, right?
Yeah.
They knew she was going to be the first overall pick.
Yeah.
So I think they had a limited supply that were like ready to ship.
Yeah. Yeah, so, anyone who's, like, getting their jokes off, get them out now, because this is probably the last time you're going to be able to do that. I think the Aces...
Could have went to the Big Three, though, for $5 million.
She could have. I believe the Aces moved their game against Indiana to T-Mobile Arena, so it'll be to accommodate for more fans, because they're expecting it to sell out.
Oh, I actually thought they were already playing at T-Mobile
No,
Arena.
they're playing in a just slightly smaller venue.
Is it where the...
No, it's connected to Mandalay. It's
where
connected to
UNLV,
Mandalay Bay.
that's right. That's right.
well, UNLV, Alex Mack.
Yeah. Or I think you're right. Mandalay Bay is right. That's where
Okay.
they're playing.
Which is weird because Mandalay Bay connects to the Raiders Stadium, also connects to the Aces Stadium.
Right,
So
which,
they're
of
like
course,
the Mecca.
Mark Davis, baby.
You stayed at Mandalay Bay. I have not. Are you sure it connects? Because the Raiders Stadium in Mandalay Bay
Isn't it
looks
across-
pretty far away.
No,
say,
it's
it's
an
across the freeway.
underground.
Oh.
But it's a long walk.
I didn't walk it, but that's where I see it.
I mean,
going in.
I'm just gonna
Have
base.
you went
I'm
for
gonna
the Mandalay Bay walkway?
I've always stayed at Mandalay Bay when I go to Raider games, but like I've never been on down that walkway necessarily. Actually, you know what? I have. It's an elevator you go
Yeah.
down, and then it takes you right out to the street where you go into the bridge to get into.
Oh, okay.
That's
So-
interesting.
Okay.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
it's
So that's what you're talking about.
Even from the bridge to the front gate, it's still a walk.
It's still a walk, yeah, because you got to go over that bridge.
This
You know
is
what I mean?
not Mark Davis's like secret tunnel that he has.
No,
as owner of both teams.
No.
Which would be kind of a big Mark Davis move.
Black
honestly.
hole.
You know one
It's
thing
the
I want-
black hole, dude.
I wanna-
You walk
That'd be
through
the
the black.
ultimate.
You walk through the black hole.
I want to say one thing about the jerseys. I hate the fact that they have the sponsor logo
the
so
front?
huge.
Yeah,
No,
it's
it is.
it's Euro soccer style.
It's like, dude,
I'm not a big
that's so
fan.
ugly. I would not want to wear that.
But that's how
I-
they have to
yeah.
generate revenue.
I get why.
right?
Yeah.
It makes sense why.
It's like not the NBA where you only get like a little tiny patch on the shoulder. You gotta display that whole thing.
That tells you the economics of the league.
Right.
Like that tells you everything you need. That tells you everything you need to know about how much money is generated.
I just always,
It's like the NBA. They don't need to sell. They little tiny patch.
yeah.
I would like to know what some of those companies pay for that.
lot.
little
those
tiny
patches
patch.
are getting bigger too. By the way,
They're getting a little bit bigger, but
Getting a
like
little too big.
yeah, the WNBA giant ass patch.
Yeah.
It's AT&T.
AT&T on Indiana.
But you know
Fever.
what's funny? I bet you. I mean, we all knew that Caitlin Clark was going to go first overall. So could you imagine? We don't talk about tanking in WNBA, but AT&T was like another loss, another loss. So like you know what I mean? Like because I'm sure they probably paid for this sponsorship tag.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
and guess who's
that
going to be on
that
AT&T
sponsorship
commercials?
tag probably went up a little bit.
They need all the good presses they can get because they had that huge data breach, dude. My data got leaked from AT&T.
Dude, they hit me up.
Yeah,
I got
know
an
they did
email
this,
and they're
yeah.
like,
Nothing got leaked, but then
they're all
that's
nothing got
lies.
leaked. They're all nothing got leaked except everything.
Yeah, they're
Hey!
they're just straight up
They're all,
lying,
nothing
dude.
got leaked except for all of your information that
Yeah.
we have,
Yeah.
but
Yep.
nothing got leaked.
Yeah, don't worry. Here's a free Caitlin Clark.
Actually, no. You know they're all nothing got leaked except for our information. Don't worry about it.
except for everything.
We're gonna give you a year free of credit monitoring. So tell me this. If nothing got leaked,
What?
then why are you gonna give me a free subscription to a credit monitoring service?
I got so many notifications after that from my credit monitoring services that I already have. That like
So did I.
All my information is out there. Dude.
No, I got dude. Now it all because I have a monitoring service.
Is it crediting?
And,
That's
and
like
it
giving somebody a
basically
free email.
Basic told me that all of my data is now on the dark
web.
Dude, you got the
Cool.
same shit.
Yeah.
Dude, what's up? Where to
Can
go?
we can we sue
Where to
it?
go? AT&T.
Can we sue them or like
Yeah,
what can we do?
No
Oh,
doubt.
just
100%.
wait.
You get one
Like,
of those things. Have you ever got those in the mail?
The
that
class
before
action lawsuits, yes.
Yeah, and it's like there's a
100%
million
on it.
people, so you'll get like $8 or something like that.
Hey,
It's like,
rack them up.
you know, here's your $8.
I signed up for that.
Hey man, you get 100 of those. That's $800.
I signed up for that Facebook one, and I'm like, bring it on, $5 to my checking account.
I've
baby.
received
Woo!
some really ridiculous amounts of settlements before.
Dude,
like 34 cents type checks.
That actually, I didn't put it together. I was like, man, I'm like, why am I getting these notifications like that? My information is on the dark web, and then
dude.
I got that
AT&T.
email. It's AT&T's fault.
Freaking
You know who's
AT&T,
not a
dude.
sponsor of this podcast?
AT&T?
The fine people at AT&T.
Yeah, they're not a sponsor.
And I've been a customer for a long
we're
time.
still a customer.
And I'm still a customer. And I'm pretty.
Don't really have many choices.
Actually,
out there,
we just
frankly.
signed.
use that in the negotiation.
We just signed up again. Like we're getting more service, so we should be like, hey, are we going to get even more of our data taken away?
Cool.
What else?
Look, as long as if it's on the dark web, if you can get me a 50% off discount
I
to
wanna
Silk
know-
Road,
I wanna know-
then we're fine.
Where and like, what is this dark web we speak of?
It's like,
Oh.
it's basically where these hackers just exchange, like they sell your information.
So
like,
my information is getting sold.
yeah, they're like, we got this guy.
We got this dude.
your
He's
social,
got-
your number,
he's
your
got-
addresses.
He's got some numbers. He's got some data.
Yeah.
It's
What
90.
is my price tag?
Yeah.
How much do you think? Because my name is super common. I don't know if
might
that's
have
good.
saved
I don't know if that's good or bad in
Yeah, I
the
don't know
realm
either.
of the dark web.
Yeah, it's like 95% of it is just like dead internet stuff.
Am
The
I
other-
am I taking out a mortgage that I don't know about right
Potentially.
No,
yeah.
I think a lot of it is they know you're like
now? Am I buying a yacht?
they know your financial. They know where you live.
Yeah.
They can sell that information to somebody that's interested in selling you something.
Yes.
oh, dude,
so
I don't know
that's
if I
all.
told you guys. This will freak you out a little bit.
and as you can tell, the not a lot going on in releases. so
we're getting a 101 on the dark web.
Just real quick, piggybacking off of this AT&T thing. This even before this happened, dude. I got a
Not a
letter.
sponsor.
I got a letter in the mail that somebody was going to like Modesto Community College with my information because I got a bill from Modesto Community
do
College.
you get the degree?
I hope so. I hope so.
Dude, just show up at the ceremony for graduation.
Hey,
where's my cap and gown?
Bro, like I got a bill for like that I haven't been paying tuition. I'm like, tuition?
So what?
So you can't find dark web in Topps Chrome Black, but you can find the new Depths of Darkness
Yes.
SSP.
That's what we call a
that is a
transition.
That's how we
segue
bring
up
it
there.
back
I mean, and
That's
literally,
a pro.
and you go, man, like, do these guys script this? No.
But
No.
the new
We're
Depths of
just that
Darkness, which
good.
I did see today, it's real thick. It looks really nice.
Super thick
much
card
be-
stock? Is
so
it in the
much
regular
better in
pack or is
person.
it in
In
case?
the regular pack. So, and Bubba got one in the first or second case he did on Fanatics Live, and it was Evan
It's like
Carter,
a
number
it's like a
5.
180. It's like 180 points.
But it's just a base card.
It's
It is, but it's got
It's like
depth.
it's like
kind
an
of looks
It's a
like
shadow box.
It kind of looks like a shadow box.
It's got like a shadow box effect.
how
Yeah.
exquisite be doing those cards.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah. It looks really nice.
And it's
Obviously-
got the red in the back in the shadow box. It's got kind of like a red cracked background.
Now I'm assuming so it comes in the pack with the base card and parallels. But is that the only card in that pack?
I'm not sure, but it would be a thick pack, Dan. It really would.
It would be a thick pack, Doug. It would be a thick pack, Doug. It sure is
I'm
thick.
not a genius,
tell you.
but I would assume that they promised 3 cards, so there's probably 2 other cards in there still. Thin style, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, for Chrome Black, we've got 10 case breaks up on Mojobreak.com. Pick your player. So get in on that. If you just want Evan Carter for 10 cases, go grab them now. Those will be happening this week over at Mojobreak.com, as well as some breaks on Fanatics Live. Golden announced this, unveiled this MJ 1-of-1 logo man. Have you guys seen that one?
No, dude.
It's
Crazy.
obviously announced right after the eBay deal, but it is probably the rarest
Is it the
logo man
Ultimate
in
Collection?
existence. 1-of-1 MJ true logo man.
Wow.
So,
I'm not. Yeah, that card is amazing.
It is it's a very nice looking card. What do we think that will go for? Are we thinking that's a $10 million card?
Yes.
No. 10 million?
It is by his, if you believe
$4
his
million
words.
less than what Ohtani got ripped off for.
If you believe what Kid Golden says, it's the best Michael Jordan card in existence. That's his words.
God,
Is it- well, first of all, is it the best
I'm
Michael
going to
card
say
in
something that's ridiculous. Like, I almost feel, I think I would want I know there's way more of
PSA
them.
10.
A PSA 10 Jordan rookie.
Yeah.
It's more
Oh,
iconic.
I would personally want that Jordan rookie PSA 10 over having that.
But that
card.
won't get the people
Nah,
excited like this one will.
B.
No, it get me excited.
What about the star? Just PSA 10 for you.
No, I don't. I honestly,
God.
I don't view
They're already
that
typing.
as. Well, no,
Forks are out.
You're,
Can hear him
you're,
typing.
you're interrupting me. I need to get hated on again. I don't believe that being a true rookie.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, so sorry, Star Fanatics.
But, I mean, you can look at it one or two ways, right? Obviously, this will never be replicated. It's 03 Ultimate Collection, which is LeBron's year. And LeBron didn't have a Logo Man auto. I believe he had a Logo Man that year, but not a Logo Man auto. Now, if you're a person that wants a card like this, can't you assume in like maybe the next 10 years there will be another one coming out? I would put my money on that there will be another one coming out.
I don't
It may not be as
know.
cool as this, obviously.
Yeah,
'cause it's
I don't
03.
know because that we haven't seen much indication that Fanatics is any closer to prying MJ from Upper Deck.
I don't. I think the first domino fell with getting LeBron.
Yeah.
I don't think we're as far away as we think. I don't think we're like close to a deal.
No.
Well,
But I do think in the next 5-year timeline, we will see
Fanatics will pursue him like heavy.
Michael Jordan.
The thing about Jordan,
Logoed.
talking to some people that have been around Upper Deck and dealt with signings with him, he doesn't care to sign, doesn't need the money, doesn't want to sign many cards, and is a very private person.
and I
So,
think he's even.
does he care about a deal with Fanatics?
Yeah.
Probably not.
I
think-
I'll tell you right now that 2311, like, because he's a part owner of NASCAR, that's very expensive. Very expensive to keep that up and running.
he just sold the Hornets though, so
Yeah,
he's
he took
fine.
like $1 billion or something.
right.
At some point.
One of the
And
biggest.
he generates probably a billion dollars.
I know.
from-
With the,
he
with-
prints money with Jordan Brand.
Yeah, the shoes themselves.
Like he could just gamble all day long if he wants to, and he still has enough money.
I wonder if he could possibly gamble more than he takes.
What do you guys
like?
think?
I mean, I don't even actually think it's possible.
What do
I
you
don't
guys
think
think
there's
is-
enough hours in
He
the
might
day.
be actually a good. We don't know if he's a good gambler or not either, like a table card player or whatever he plays.
All right. What do you think? What do you think his net worth is according to Google?
I mean, he's definitely a
in the-
billion.
billionaire.
It's a billion for sure.
Uh,
I'm gonna say 2 billion.
I'm gonna say 2.3. See what I did there?
I'll say
Fair enough.
3.8.
3.3 billion. 3 billion.
Wow.
3 billies.
Wow. And that went up significantly after the sale of the Hornets.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no financial
billies.
incentive for
A
him.
billion is a 1,000 million, right?
Wh-
It's
whereas-
$1,000
It's a
million
lot.
dollars.
Whereas LeBron has not reached the bill. No, LeBron recently reached the billion.
LeBron's
mark, right?
a billionaire as well.
He reached the billion.
Let's see. LeBron net worth
They just announced
1.2 billion.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's got to be second, right? I don't think there's even anybody.
Dude, and he's
In
still
terms of
cashing
athletes,
game checks,
Tiger-
though.
Tiger was
That's like
there.
the crazy thing about LeBron is that LeBron's still out there getting game checks.
He's like looking at it. He's like, just put it in the drawer.
He's all, I don't even know what you want me to do with this.
Just light this baby on
There's
fire.
only here's a good trivia
5
question.
billionaire athletes.
There's only 4 billionaire athletes currently.
oh.
We've named 2.
Messi?
Tiger.
Tiger's third.
Messi?
Nope.
Ronaldo?
Nope.
Soccer?
Well, this is misleading because it says who are the 4 NBA billionaires, but they do list Tiger Woods.
There's one guy who's
This is as
like,
of 2023. So there's one guy. There's one other guy.
There's one guy that I think is on there that we might have talked about this on previous episode.
Nope.
It's a guy who's probably not as known for sports, right? Like
No,
more-
he's well known.
Okay.
For sports.
Steph Curry?
Nope. He's retired though.
not Gretzky.
Is
No,
he
it's a basketball.
He's
It's
basketball.
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 Shaq?
Nope.
Man, we're really.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson.
Yes. Magic Johnson is 1.2 billion.
What
Savvy businessman.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up. What investments has Magic Johnson made? I know
Real
he
estate.
because I know he
Yeah.
he's part owner of the Commanders,
Lots and lots of real estate.
part owner of the Dodgers. Still, was he able to
Yes.
keep the Dodgers ownership?
Believe
And didn't he have like a giant chain of movie theaters?
That was it. So it was real estate. I want to say it was like affordable housing, real estate, movie theaters, which was part of the real estate deal. But yeah, he bought up a ton of land, I think.
You don't think
Early
of
in his-
movie
like,
theaters
late in his career.
right now, and you're just like, that's a big moneymaker.
I know. Hey,
Like with the streaming these days, I
Hey.
don't movie theaters. Let's movie theaters in 20 years
the
probably
magic.
not a thing.
Oh, that broke
I would
my
be so
heart.
sad.
I would be so sad.
Sorry, guys.
I was just at the movies last week. Had a great night. Went and saw Monkey Man. It was good.
But
really good.
what sucks is, I mean, I just invested in an 85-inch TV, and if you wait literally like 2-3 weeks now, you can buy them for $20. So if you have a family of 4 like myself, you can buy the
Watching
movie
TV,
for $20,
comfort of
as
your own
opposed to going to the
couch.
theater for $85, right, or $90.
That's
to
why
take-
you gotta get. That's why you gotta be a club member.
Well, for me, the experience of watching it on a screen that huge and like still the surround sound and all that stuff. I know you can replicate it pretty well at home. And trust me, I want a home theater one day. I want to be able to have a dedicated home theater where it's also a giant screen with theater seats and stuff like that.
Oh,
but I still enjoy the whole movie theater
I
experience.
do too, if it's the right movie. But like Kung Fu Panda 4, I just waited.
No, yeah.
I mean, there's always going to be movies I'm like, I can wait. But like for me, going to watch Dune 2 on the biggest screen
Oh, that was
possible
amazing.
on the opening
Man,
weekend with a
the
big old bag of
enthusiasm
popcorn.
you guys have for a movie theater is. I
love it.
I love it.
It's truly inspiring.
I mean, my
best.
first job was at the theater, dude, and I loved it.
I haven't been to a theater.
Prior to the pandemic.
6 years, 7
We got to
years?
take you, Dan.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Let's go
good.
watch,
I like watching
So
television.
you're saying the last actually movie was the Metallica outside?
yeah? Do we
during the
count?
pandemic.
Do we count that?
I mean, it was released
Because
in
I actually
theaters.
I mean, there was like not even indoor plumbing. It was porta potties there.
Yes.
And there was
Wow.
I mean, it was in a fairgrounds.
Right. Oh,
Now-
are we talking
but it
like
was a
drive-ins?
movie.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
kind
so
of.
it was a Metallica
Shout out.
tour.
Yep.
But it was during the pandy, so everybody just.
Oh,
drove up.
yes.
But
Yeah.
they were on stage.
No,
No, it was a
video of
concert.
them.
the last
Shout out
couldn't
to the
get it anywhere
drive-ins.
else.
The last
Shout out to the
theater I
drive-ins.
went to was the Icon Theater and again, anybody listening to this has no idea, in Valley Fair.
I go there sometimes.
And it just opened. So whenever that place just opened, that was when I went. That place.
What movie was it for?
I have no idea. I don't remember.
Must have been great.
It,
Must have been a great movie.
before that, I believe it was what was the movie with James Franco? It's like the end of the world, like an apocalypse.
Oh,
movie.
this is the end.
With
This is
Seth-
a fun
Seth
movie.
Rogen.
Good
Fun
comedy.
movie, not great, but
That is
comedy.
one of the last movies that I've seen in a theater.
Wow,
that's
that's been 10 years. That's 10 years.
Dan's really disappointed about the non like face-to-face commerce at the
Holy
showplace.
moly.
Yeah, that actually ruined it for me. Like everything's a
It is
kiosk, right? I want to go buy my popcorn. It's like go over here to a kiosk, type it up on the iPad, and then you go over here to
Yeah, I
go
don't like
pick up your popcorn. But that person's not taking any money.
That's the one at
They're-
Valley Fair.
Yeah,
I went there once and I was so turned
that
off by it, I
literally
don't
that
go
was
again.
so bad, such a bad experience for me.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm done going to movies.
Most movie theaters
I
you
was
still
gonna
get
say,
from a real
yeah,
person.
I just
Yeah.
want somebody to shovel the
Ask how your day
popcorn
is, how's
in
the
a
weather?
giant ass bucket, put some butter on it, and hand it to
Oh,
me.
like that guy? Have you seen that guy?
The
who's
guy,
like,
yeah, he's spinning it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
God bless
I
him.
want some flair, man.
Love
Flare
him.
it up.
That's
Yeah.
what I used
Yeah,
to
you
do.
kind of, and you know what really lacks is a butter lover myself, which is not good.
Butter
Oh,
lover.
it's not real butter anymore.
Not good for the old health. But you got to do it halfway. Fill the butter.
That's what I
and
was
then
taught.
Shake it around, and then put the rest of the popcorn in there. And
That's-
put another
that's what I
round
was
of
taught.
Okay,
butter.
You know what's-
okay.
I
but
did
there-
that since
But there used to be places
2003.
that you could butter your own popcorn.
Yeah, but they give you a full
Yeah, it sounds
thing.
good,
You
though.
can't get the
It's
bottom
too
of the
much.
popcorn.
that sucks, dude.
You know what I mean?
You have to ask for a holder or whatever. Another.
Yeah, we do
thing.
that because there's 4 of us.
Okay.
It's free refill.
Okay, how about you get a cup of water and you fill it up with butter.
Oh God.
And then you have your own portable butter.
Now you're
You know what I
talking
do
about
ask for?
Yeah, like you basically just Put some popcorn, sip on some butter,
Oh my
go
god.
to urgent care after the
that's-
movie.
And I love popcorn. That is.
You know what I use with that water cup? I put jalapenos in there.
So
That's
do
what
I do that too.
Yeah.
For popcorn.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
Are
gonna
you
say,
guys
or
doing
a
the crazy
dog?
thing where you're getting M&Ms and you're shoving the M&Ms in there?
Oh no.
Oh, I do that. I do the candy in the popcorn.
Candy.
Popcorn,
Well, I
popcorn
thought it was just
jalapenos are like.
M&Ms.
No,
I don't know, dude.
I'll go like
like gummy worms.
no, chocolate. I'll go like just chocolate.
Like Raisinets?
No, usually it's some sort of chocolate covered.
Like hot tamales?
I'm a Reese's guy, so
What are
I'll
you-
go.
what are you doing
No,
here?
no, just anything chocolate, like a
Sour
Reese's.
Patch Kids, huh?
M&Ms I've
Whoppers?
done too. Not really big on
Whoppers
Whopper.
are
Whopper is a underrated
Gets
candy.
stuck in the teeth too much.
The thing is,
Not
I
as
also,
bad as Milk
I
Duds.
also,
Milk Duds are worse.
I also feel that Whoppers are like, it's an old person's.
It definitely
it's an old person's.
A
candy.
malted
my kids
milk
don't like it.
ball.
They give me them.
It's like when you're all, give me some water or Whoppers and some bottle caps.
Yeah.
Like remember the
Ugh,
bottle, like the
God,
circular
bottle
bottle
caps.
caps.
Yep.
Yeah.
or runts.
No, thank you.
Oh, well, runts. That's our age right
Might as
there.
well just
That's
give
like
me
a
some
defunct
Werther's.
candy. You can still get it at those like boutique shops, but
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Back on to sports cards here.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about the logo man.
Doug's a
And
butter lover.
Mojobreak movie night coming soon. Mojo movie night coming soon.
we actually buy the kernels now and do it that way.
Yeah, that's the way we
it's
do it.
Spray butter, but tastes better.
How about the the popcorn makers exist anymore?
We have
Where
some
you-
weird
We
contraption
have a
that my
popcorn
wife
maker.
found on Amazon. It's like a rubber thing that collapses, but when you're making the popcorn and it has a fill line, and you just put it in the microwave and it
I'm
makes.
talking about the ones back.
I know
You
what you're talking
plug
about.
into the wall, and then like comes up. It looks like a blender, and like you put the kernels in there, it just like
Yeah, they still
makes
have
noise.
those.
It starts popping them out.
Yeah, they have those too. Or you could buy the stove ones, right? Where you put the thing on the stove.
Jiffy Pop.
Yeah, Jiffy Pop.
Love some Jiffy Pop. Used to have that camping. It's the best. Over a campfire.
Jiffy Pop.
Nothing better than the movie theater popcorn. Now.
Nothing better. Nothing beats it. Can't replicate it.
I wanted to put my business hat on for this next one. So there's a lot of gatekeepers in this hobby, and I understand every hobby and every fun thing that you do needs some gatekeepers. But Eric Whiteback, aka Collectibles Guru, sold his account, and his real name is Ben Haynes apparently. So his actual name is not Eric Whiteback. So he sold his account, but now he is the head of Topps social media. So he is putting out all well, I would assume he may have a team. He may not. Don't know the inner workings of their company. But he is sold his account for who knows how much to F Jerry, and now running the Topps social media account. And there is a big segment of this hobby that's like, you made a bad decision. This guy sucks. All he does is copy people's stuff. All he does is just give away stuff, and that's how he gained all of his followers. To me, maybe I'm missing it, but he was the number one news source. So if there was somebody else worthy of that position, maybe I missed out. I know there's great blogs like Mario Alejandro, Baseball Card Blog. He does a great job. But beyond that, I don't know anybody else. I mean, Watch the Breaks does some good stuff. But like Eric Whiteback had, or Ben Haynes, whoever you call him, had everything done in a day. Like he had all the breaking news. Everything was breaking from him. If like a lot of these show topics we're finding out from that account.
It's one of the resources.
I thought we were coming up with
Sports
that.
Collectors Daily. There's a lot of the different resources out there.
Well, I'm glad you're actually brought, because there is somebody else who's new in that space.
In Collectibles Guru, yeah.
No.
Oh,
There's somebody who is basically Collectibles Guru is off doing his own thing now, working for Topps. Somebody has kind of come into that space that he was doing, and it's Darren Ravel with a company called Collect with no vowels.
They are touting themselves.
CLCT.
Touting themselves as the
It's a cool way to spell it.
They are the
first journalists of the hobby.
athletic of the sports card
Which
world.
again, this is disrespecting again. One of maybe my main source when we look at Showtop is Sports Collectors Daily, which does a great job of putting together all their stuff.
You have to get that by the newspaper?
Yeah, that's right. No,
I'm
anyway,
kidding. I've
they
been
do
following
it.
them for years too.
Yeah, so it's weird that they're like touting themselves in this when it's like
is that
there's
what
other
the hobby's
places.
missing?
I think so. I mean,
no. I'm talking
Like a watchdog
no,
sort
like
of thing.
a
Yeah,
weekly newspaper, hard copy,
but it was called that's
delivered to your house.
man.
Like a Beckett?
I was about to say.
like a Wall Street Journal. Like
Yeah,
just
you find your news a month after it happens.
yeah, just open it up like a nice Sunday morning read with
Right.
your coffee.
And I mean, we never were able to capitalize on that
Your
space.
milk duds.
You know, with what we do, we try to, but like, you know, he was doing a fantastic job in my opinion. Yes, people hated him. He did steal content. All the big news outlets steal content. You think ESPN was? You think TMZ organically gets all those stories? No, they find the stories and they put them out on their own platform. They do give credit, and he was giving credit. But there's just a big segment of just like people that like just hate on him, and I don't get it. Like he was working his butt off to the point where he could sell his own social media account.
He did
So his
get,
brand of-
he
essentially.
did get a lot of hate that I think was a little over the top and undeserving. Honestly, the people who were hating could have been doing the same exact thing he was doing if they wanted to put in the work that he was doing. And granted, yeah, he would just basically see something pop story, and then he would basically take the story and just kind of put it out to his followers. Which again, if you go, like Doug was saying, if you go on social media,
Everybody is doing that.
that is everybody's timeline. Somebody breaks a story first. Do you think every news outlet's like, shit, missed a story? Guess our followers aren't getting that one.
Yeah.
You have to go find it on their own.
And if I'm missing something, audience,
Yeah,
join our
here's-
fans of Mojo.
here's
and
what I
Something,
think
that, something we don't know.
Here's
Yeah.
the complaint, and I think here's the validity, and because I think I'm kind of like, I feel both ways. I do think that a lot of the way that he got to where he is a little like skeezy, and I don't know, I don't even know this word, but it sounds right.
Skeezy works,
skeezy.
I guess. That's a good word.
Sure, we'll go with that.
mean sleazy?
You know what I mean?
Skeezy and sleazy.
Sure, sleazy. There you go.
Sleazy.
Skeezy, sleazy. Yeah, a little bit. It's also the name of the game nowadays. News aggregation is what a lot of things have boiled down to, which sucks for people who are real journalists doing real work, putting in the work, getting sources, all that stuff. That sucks that their work gets boiled down to just a guy aggregating, and a lot of times he wouldn't. Either he would be like credited, but it would be like the last thing said, but it's fine, you're still crediting. Or sometimes there wouldn't be any credit at all. So it's just kind of the way things are in the 21st century, in 2024, when it comes to journalism, when it comes to how we consume news and information now. So I don't know. In short, don't hate the player, hate the game. Maybe
It's tough to go out there and hit the pavement and get that story.
Yeah,
It's tough. It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to sit behind a computer and
Right.
just retweet.
And when the money is going to guys like this who aggregate stuff and get ad revenue and stuff like that, while your favorite newspaper is a shell of itself and is now 50%, 60% staff cut. Yeah, you could see why it's like it's really frustrating, but it's, you know, again, he took advantage of it. He did a good job at what he does, but you could also argue, is that a line of work that is that feels like you're doing something good, or, you know, or whatever you want to say? I don't know. It's up for debate. I can see both ways.
Last topic we got, Fanatics takes over the Big Apple. Fanatics Fest NYC is set to take the show circuit by storm. Announced August 16th through the 18th at the Javits Center in New York City.
Woo!
They've already shown on their flyer Derek Jeter, Hulk Hogan, Sabrina Ionescu, Kevin Durant, Tom Brady, and the Manning brothers as some of the notable names going to be there for.
Can I interject here real quick?
Yeah, are we going back to the newspaper?
No. Not the newspaper. We're done with it. We've said
We're done with the newspaper.
We're done with the news. All those names: Jeter, Brady, KD,
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan,
Brother?
Hulk Hogan.
Well, they just
In
had that
2024?
WWE event.
Oh,
A
sure.
bit of crossover.
You throw Cody Rhodes on there. You throw.
Whoa. Isn't Hulk
Cody,
Hulk-
don't
Hulk
disrespect Hulk Hogan, dude.
Hogan is the
GOAT.
He is the GOAT of wrestling.
Sorry,
Michael Jordan of
I'm
wrestling.
sorry.
He
I'm
is the
sorry.
He is the Tom Brady of wrestling. He is the Michael
2024?
Jordan of wrestling.
I'm fine. Sure.
What? I mean,
Sure.
name
Anyway.
one bad thing that Hulk Hogan has done.
How much time
Well, that's
you-
a different topic.
How much time you got?
But yeah, I mean, yeah,
I get it. He's the Hulkster. It's Hulkamania. I get it.
he's just not a modern guy you're
that's-
looking for.
And again, you could make the argument the Mannings have been retired
I mean,
now for almost 10 years.
I guess if it was The Rock,
yeah,
Sure.
then you'd be like, wow,
The Rock.
That would be different.
Stone Cold.
Like I said,
Stone Cold, Undertaker.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
might.
But
I might feel
actually,
different.
would you consider
Although-
Undertaker a bigger wrestling personality than Hulk Hogan?
I think he's up there.
No.
Hulk is still a
I think
legendary
Hulk
name.
like
Yeah.
in the 80s he like transcended wrestling to a completely different
Yes.
realm. Like he just made it so popular.
Yeah.
Well, I would say, you know, by kind of going through wrestling history, I think Ric Flair was the first one to get the WWE kind of transitioned into that because he was on the other circuits. And then I think that was like holding the candle. Then Hulk.
Hogan takes it to a
exploded it,
main.
yeah.
He brings it
For sure.
mainstream.
For sure.
But yeah, I mean, Ric Flair probably in that same conversation.
All these
but-
guys we just named, they're there. They're in the conversation for sure. You could have had any one of them. It'd have been a
But
big
yeah,
show
I mean,
for
I
wrestling.
get it. If you're a modern wrestling fan, you're probably like Hulk Hogan. Like,
Seen him a lot.
Yeah, you know
Or
his.
The Rock, Stone Cold.
Yeah, I mean that's the crazy part though. Like even if you are a modern wrestling fan, you still know his name though,
sure.
right?
Yeah,
There's no denying you
He's
don't.
probably the biggest household name even beyond non-wrestling
Yeah.
fans.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
yeah. The thing is, you say Hulk Hogan to anybody in the age demographic of like
Yeah, the wrestler.
15 to like 90, they're probably gonna know who Hulk Hogan is.
Probably like the only other one I could think of, like we said already his name, but The Rock is.
But
the
even
other
he
one.
at this point is probably more well known as an actor. Same with you could say Cena, all those guys. Like they're more known. There you go. There you go. Let's go watch some Thunder in Paradise. Let's go watch Thunder in Paradise.
Hey, wait a second. Hulk Hogan, hell of an actor.
Thunder in Paradise.
There was the one where he was a like a maid, like a what was it? There was
there the one? I don't know.
There was also another. There was one No Holds Barred,
It's amazing.
which was like
I got a figure from that
which was
movie.
a wrestling movie.
Yeah.
that introduced Zeus.
Yep. Dude, I have an action figure, Hulk Hogan, Zeus from that movie.
Yeah, and it
comes
was
in
like
a-
it was
comes in a-
it was like the heyday of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think it crossed over into WWE.
Yeah.
And because I think
Promoted
Zeus
the movie probably.
Yeah, cross promotion.
ended up wrestling in WWE
Yeah.
around that time.
Yeah.
It's wild to think if you told someone like 30 years from now, there's going to be like The Rock, Cena, Dave Bautista are going to have like very serious acting. Like they are going to be taken seriously as actors. And watching some of the Hogan movies from that era and be like, no way.
What was that movie? He was like, it's like Mr.
Are you thinking about Schwarzenegger?
No, dude, it's Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny about that song is I'm a real American. Like I don't think that would fly nowadays.
Well,
Like as a fake American, like what's the opposition of that? Like,
Hey, I mean,
I
know
love
there
that.
was,
I
like-
love that theme song though.
I know there was like foreign entities in the wrestling back then, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah. Cody Rhodes has.
Iron
I mean,
Sheik.
he's-
Iron Sheik, yeah.
Cody Rhodes isn't coming out to all that type of music, but like all the stuff is like red, white, and blue.
USA
he wears a lot
based,
of
yeah.
that, yeah. So
Yep.
it's still there.
So let me pose this to you guys as Dan's looking for that movie.
Absolutely. I'm still listening. I'm still here. Yeah.
You know, they're going to be blending, there's hints of music because they mentioned South by Southwest, right? Which is a very Ruben
Music
in
festival.
His video.
Music, movies,
yeah,
tech.
But
yeah.
on this, it does say sports, culture, and collecting collide. So, you know, I could only assume that maybe there's like a Travis Scott or there's like somebody that may be performing. Have you seen the meme? Who's that comes out on stage? Everybody's doing it now.
Oh yeah, they're utilizing that. That I believe that is
Was that?
the one.
It
It was
wasn't
like at
Travis Scott,
Coachella
though.
a couple years ago.
Where the
way-
guy comes out from the back, he's like
He's like got the microphone,
and he
like
goes-
swinging.
and he's
yeah,
jumping up
yeah.
and down. So everybody, there must be like some kind of filter that like puts your own body under that
Oh,
now.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
like
It's being used a lot.
God, dude, I see it every day now on X. They're like, look at
being
this
used
is
a lot.
Tom Brady doing it, or this is me after I bought a box of cards, and they're like doing like the walking
yeah.
out.
I think it is Travis Scott.
I think it is. It's like walking on a catwalk at a show.
Yes,
right?
yeah. And then the music.
I want to
kicks
say
in,
it's from
yeah.
like Coachella last year or the year before. Yeah.
The Hulk movie, 1993. I can't believe it did not get an Oscar. Mr. Nanny.
I thought that was Schwarzenegger, dude.
No, Mr. Nanny.
Riding off the wave of
He was
Mr.
wearing a pink
Mom.
tutu with
Yes.
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 You had
do remember
well,
that
I mean, yeah.
One of the greatest movies ever made.
You had Mr. Mom, you had Mrs. Doubtfire, and clearly like, well, Hulk, it's your turn.
Man, they went through it because there was that "Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead" came out.
Great movie.
Yeah,
Great
with
movie.
Around the
Christina
same
Applegate.
time.
But yeah, so we were doing all kinds of watching.
Bellfire
the kids.
Classic.
Oh, I mean, hell,
Doubtfire
yeah.
Classic.
Was it three? Was it 3 Men and a Baby or whatever it was called?
Dude, with Tom Selleck and
yeah.
Steve Guttenberg and Ted Danson.
Same thing.
Look who's
Come
talking.
on, man.
It was a big
you
thing.
put those 3 actors in that type of movie, gold.
That was a time, late 80s, early 90s, just like dads.
It's also a time
They're
where
wacky.
It's also a
aren't
time where
they?
you would go to a theater and watch
Yeah,
a movie
Turner
like that.
and Turner and
Still doing
Hooch.
it.
She had
Still doing it.
Yeah, like
There was actually a string of a lot of movies that had the co-star was a dog.
Because that was also a thing.
There was Turner and
Beethoven.
Hooch.
Yep.
There was Beethoven, of
course.
But there was another one with
Jim,
Air Bud?
with
James-
John
Belushi. Is like K9.
Yeah, I believe it's
I think
K9.
it was called K9.
Air Bud later on, late
Air
90s.
Bud. Yeah.
See,
Air
Dan,
Bud
you
2.
you watched a lot of movies back in the
I
days,
do.
dude.
The
At
magic
home. Actually,
of the movies.
I was watching. I
That's
was
the
watching
theme of
those
this
movies
episode.
on something. The kids are gonna have to go search and figure out what this device is called. VHS.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What does VHS stand for?
Crazy.
Video
home system.
Hi-fi.
Yeah.
System.
People are
Video
collecting
home
them.
system sounds
Will-
about right.
Will there be
Video home system.
Nice.
Oh, look at the acronyms. Cody just doing the research.
That was off the top of the dome. Will there be slabbed VHSs at the Fanatics Fest?
No.
Well, maybe.
Will there be
Absolutely
at the
not.
National?
We talked about this 200 episodes ago.
All right, well, let's-
ain't nobody slapping VHSs.
Let's
I
do
want
this.
to watch them.
If there's a Mojo Fest
Yes.
and you are Conrad Rubin, Dan Rubin, I'm Doug Rubin, and Cody Rubin over
Sweet.
here.
Yeah.
And we could plan this out with unlimited amount of budget to bring the collectors the dream white party experience.
Yes.
What would you do? What would your first thing? What would you want to bring to it? And what could be innovative?
I would make it interactive with the player. I'd have like pickup games, like a pickup game with like Kevin Durant.
So you're doing
Yeah.
Joes versus Pros. If you
Yes.
remember that show.
Yeah, like that.
You're bringing it back.
Yeah, I'm picking the team though. I'm getting LeBron and KD and Steph Curry.
This. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. You ready for this one? You ready for this one? Bring your redemption. All those athletes will be here to sign those cards for you in person.
All of
What
them?
if you could
All of
even?
them.
What if you could even
about-
upgrade a redemption?
about-
We
what
got
about-
unlimited money to run this thing, right?
Well, what are
Yep.
you gonna do if the not to be dark, but what the athlete is no longer with us, like Tom Seaver?
upgrade your. Well, you had to bring him up.
What if you have a Tom Seaver redemption?
Well,
Well, we'll unlimited budget. We'll summon them.
that's true. That's true.
We'll have a medium.
Because
Hologram,
I know how this goes down. If like that was something, like the number one comment would be like, "I got this Tom Seaver, Mike Piazza dual auto redemption that you guys just."
We got this Whitey Herzog. Just missed it. Rest in peace, Whitey Herzog.
All right. R.I.P.
Did you realize? And we're actually going to talk about something card related here. The Red Shandiest photo in Topps Heritage.
Oh yeah, it's Whitey
Here's
Herzog.
Whitey
is
Herzog, yeah.
yeah.
I know. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
it's funny.
It's fun.
You know what? And I'm sorry if this is a lazy answer, but honestly, and there are going to be people who are like, I'm not going to Fanatics Fest. I'm going to the National. Only the National. There's only room for one big show.
I think I'd also have free beer.
Well, yeah, of course. That's a given.
I mean, I would just love.
That's a given.
One of my life goals is to have like throw a party and just be able to advertise free beer.
Yeah. The moment you saw Porky's or Animal
I guess
House
I
or
should have
something.
said.
Always thought about putting that on a band flyer
But
back
the-
in the
yeah.
day. If you were like trying to
But
get
maybe
people
the
to show
caveat
up.
of the event has to be profitable.
Right. Oh, well.
Oh, that's changes it, dude.
$5,000 a ticket, but there's free beer.
There goes my.
I mean, you
pickup
could
game.
your pickup game option. I know this is going to be like, well, what about the common man? I was like, you could have a team assembled like a four, like KD on one, LeBron on the other, Curry on the other, and then there's an open spot on each team, but it's going to cost you like $200,000 to get in that game, and you'll guard the other guy, the other common guy that's going to play.
Yeah.
But maybe
What
all
if you're running-
proceeds
what
go
if
to
you're running
charity.
zone?
Hey,
I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine? You're just basically like Kevin Durant's in front of you and he's like dribbling and he's like seriously playing. You're just like, what I do? Like, do you just like curl up in the fetal position?
just
like
melt.
let him go behind.
Oh
like,
my
Yeah.
God.
You just lay down and die right there. That's what you do.
But I like the idea of doing like something like that. Maybe not with athletes, but maybe having a home run derby. Whoever hits the most home runs in that weekend wins a 1-of-1 Mike Trout Superfractor auto or something. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
then you just have a lot of collectors hitting the cage all year.
Yeah.
And then we could have a contest that Dan would excel in, like a sorting contest. See who gets the fastest time.
Fastest sorters.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do that.
That might not be
anymore.
exciting
I mean,
for the crowd.
back in my younger years, I was the quickest sorter in the West.
Yeah. I believe it.
Quick draw McGraw.
I was gonna say I do think that Fanatics' goal is to be like this is the dream festival. This is the dream show. We have all the biggest stars. We have all the places you can break live and do them right in front of you. So, I mean, that's a tough ask. And the location is right in the middle of Manhattan. It's I don't know. It's very enticing. I don't know if the Nationals shaking in their boots.
I might have to bring the kids out for that one, dude. If we all go.
It's a
Well, I mean, the
destination.
downside from collectors right now, from the chatter about the event, is it is a super expensive area to stay.
It
I
is.
mean, I already booked a hotel. It wasn't thousands. It was like $3.99 a night, which I mean
That's a lot.
that's a lot.
That's a lot.
You're not going to get
Summertime in New
your
York.
$60 places across.
I
the
don't
street.
know if there's
You-
any-
if
We
you-
shouldn't reveal our Disney hotel stays in.
Oh
Nope.
God. I know.
Oh God.
If you want to stay
That's too
somewhere
much.
cheap, stay across the river. That's where you got it. And take
In
the
a
ferry.
van?
In a van down across the river.
Farley.
Stay in Jersey. Stay in New Jersey and take the ferry in.
Rumblings are there.
It's actually not that
They're
far.
making a Chris Farley biopic.
What
They are
hotel did
actually.
you are
Yes,
you
I saw
doing
that.
for?
I can't even remember, but it was the one that looked like it was like a
It was
block
near.
or
It was
two.
near there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was like
But-
the 4 Points or the Four Seasons or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, you could do that. I think what the National lacks, because they're not really putting the event on and monetizing it themselves. The National's monetizing by all the vendors, including obviously big money from Panini, Topps, all these bigger presences there.
Well, for now.
But what
Like
think-
I see it in the future where if Fanatics is throwing their own events,
Right, but I'm saying-
there's going to be a
Yeah.
point where they're going to be
My
like,
point to this
why
is-
set up at? They're going to have a presence this year.
Yeah.
But this may be the last year we see a Topps presence. at
And
the
you know
National.
what? There's precedent for this because if we're looking at other entertainment industries, I know for Comic-Con, whenever Disney has their big convention in Anaheim, they don't go to Comic-Con. They don't bring Marvel and Star Wars to Comic-Con. The video game conventions that I think is gone now, E3.
They don't bring Goofy.
They don't bring Goofy out to
bring
meet the
Goofy
fans.
out.
Yeah,
Goofy's getting
E3 is
sued.
dead.
Dude, Goofy-
They don't-
E3,
they don't
E3
do-
is dead,
you guys
but
think Goofy's getting sued?
But
What?
I believe
How do you
Sony
sue
and
Goofy?
Nintendo had their own things for a while where they're just, and that's why it died.
Yep.
Is that Sony and Nintendo were like, well, we're just going to have our own thing.
Yeah.
Goofy
We're gonna-
fell
you know.
on a young little girl at Disneyland.
You mean the
Goofy!
You mean the person in the Goofy?
It's a good Goofy. It's Goofy. What are you talking about? It's
He was walking around.
He-
and
I
guess
got
he
his
didn't
autograph.
see a little 8-year-old, and he fell on top of her, and she sustained some serious injuries.
fell off.
Oh, no.
It's a big court case.
That's really terrible. That makes me so sad.
It is.
Well-
It sucks all the way around. And I don't think Goofy intended to
Corn
hurt
dogs
you.
are now going to be $35.
It's the most
But-
unprofessional thing I've ever seen in my life.
If you want to be ultimate doom and gloom about the National, you can point to these couple of events where they're like, hell, San Diego Comic-Con.
The writing is on the wall.
San Diego Comic-Con is not the same event it was
I'm
before the
actually,
pandemic.
I believe that too. I think the writing's on the wall.
But what I
for
was
Fanatics.
changed.
trying to get to in a roundabout way before Goofy came up and I lost my train of thought was they're controlling the whole event. So like before you'd have Panini having silver packs. Okay, that's cool and all, right? Silver packs only at the National. Well, Fanatics can have drops for Topps baseball, drops for Topps football, drop like only at the event, short runs. You could do Mitchell and Ness drops on like a Tom Brady jersey. You could do a collaboration with Fanatics memorabilia. You could do so they could literally have all these drops, and I'm sure that's what they're planning on doing to entice collectors to be there to get in line and take the whole Kylie approach with makeup and have it start off limited to like 100.
I see the vision too because they own all the. They're going to own all these licenses and like. like they're already starting to build that out with Fanatics Live, like with WWE and UFC as well. You know what I mean? There's so much they can do. NFL,
So
NBA,
could you imagine? I mean, even on
baseball.
our side of things, Fanatics Live they make 200 cases of this product only for the event, but only the Fanatics Live breakers are going to get it, which I know is not which is not great for the hobby, but that is what's enticing people to go to these events or participate in these online.
Fanatics is having to compete with Cleveland.
Cleveland.
You just lost me.
And from what I know, it's
Have you
not,
ever had Cleveland pizza?
it's not in downtown.
I put it up
Cleveland,
against
right?
New York.
Listen, I'm looking forward to
just-
going.
yeah.
I'm gonna meet some of our customers who's been a long time customers of ours. We're gonna hang out. He's gonna
In
show me
Cleveland?
around. Yeah,
The way
the CLE.
the
Did you,
move.
you went to Cleveland last time, right?
No, I've only ever been to Chicago. All of them have been Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I love Chicago,
and
by the way.
I'm sorry if it's like shallow, but some
Cleveland
people
that much more.
Some people just love the show for the show, and God bless you, and that's great. And you know what? When you're there, it's like, hey, it's the National. It's still the
Cleveland,
National.
we got our local spot.
How many times do we? Every time we talk about the National, going into a National, we're like, "What's the location?" Atlantic City. Hey, Chicago. Hey, Chicago. Great spot. Cleveland. All right, it's Cleveland.
Yeah, but it's all there's a pros and cons to the Chicago,
Sure.
right? It's like Chicago,
But you're
awesome.
far from
and then
Chicago.
you're all well, not really.
Right.
You're about 40
But
minutes away
I
from
feel
which is
like
actually probably a good thing. right?
Cleveland is like second by default because if it was
by default.
if it was Chicago, Cleveland, and Vegas, then it'd be like, oh, Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland would be
but
the one.
because you have the Atlantic City holding down the bottom,
Which is why I'm
Well, I mean, there's
Yeah.
and again, I don't want to offend anybody who's from
Atlantic City.
Atlantic City. Where would you put a national where you're like, well, Atlantic City's above that place? What would be below Atlantic City? And then now we're setting ourselves up to really piss some people off.
I mean, there's casinos there at least.
Yeah,
There's casinos.
but
And
I can't. I actually
and bedbugs and
and
sandbags.
I kind of I'm gonna hate on Atlantic. I've been to Atlantic City twice, I believe, and I can't think of any other place I've ever been to
Alaska.
that is worse than Atlantic City.
the National.
and I
Fresno.
Stockton.
Sorry, Fresno.
No, Fresno will probably be better.
I mean, at least it's
Would you
closer.
prefer-
Oh,
Being Reno?
well,
Actually,
100%. I would prefer Reno.
Yeah, let's
and
not.
but again, not gonna. Reno compared to Atlantic City, got some class. And you don't use class and Reno in the same sentence very often.
Yeah, it would have
But
been.
how about if we moved it like Lake Tahoe would be amazing. How about we got a
God.
national
South
at Lake
Tahoe?
Tahoe?
In
That would be
South
dope,
Tahoe.
yeah.
Goodness.
Dude,
That
we
would
got
be
a little bit of everything.
That's what they're gonna have to do to compete here. Is they're gonna. It was on this. We heard last time that it was between like Atlanta and Atlantic City, or Chicago, and it's like. Atlanta, let's do something different. Like try it out. Maybe
Listen.
it doesn't work.
Dude, to quote the great Conor McGregor, Fanatics, they're not here to take part. They're here to take over.
Yeah.
They are. And I mean, but you do have a segment, like we talk about it off air and on air sometimes, that these guys, they've been to 30 nationals, they have their booth, they love the national, they're in their 60s plus, they're retired.
they're gonna love it until the big spenders are not showing up
Well,
anymore.
there's still that generation that still goes there. Like it's going to be hard to pry that generation
I mean, do you
to this new
we've
culture.
had a record and I think the numbers are inflated, but we've had record attendance to the last like 3 or 4 nationals, right? Record attendance. Every year we're like, oh, we beat the attendance record again. Even Atlantic City, they're like, we beat the record attendance again. I don't think we're going to be able to say that same thing this national.
I don't know.
I think we're going to be like, somebody's going to say it. Somebody's going to be like, we pre-sold more tickets than we have in the last 25 years. It's going to be crickets.
I don't think it's gonna be like a huge drop off because the fact is, if you're going to the national, you probably have already bought your tickets. You probably already have booked your hotels.
Fanatics
it's
Fest
done.
is kind of announcing kind of late,
Right.
A little bit.
Like if
into
you're
the
going
game.
to the national, you are already set for the most part.
But no matter where you are in the country, you're going to be able to get a flight to New York.
yeah,
yes,
And-
it's gonna be a lot easier.
It's going to be a lot easier. I mean, it's
I mean,
farther for us,
I think
but
for this year, I see the Nationals still being big. But moving forward, though,
I don't think it's going to I don't think they're going to sell more tickets this year than they did the last 2 years.
So here's an example for you, Dan. Would you rather go to a Metallica concert or a future Metro Boomin concert?
What's a future Metro Boomin concert?
Man, good thing we didn't.
Point proven.
Good thing we didn't talk about the Drake Kendrick beef today.
What?
Who's number one artist right now? That's what the kids like.
Yeah, I don't want to go to
So
that.
you're going to go to Metallica,
100%.
which is the same people that are in their 60s
Yeah.
going to the National.
Okay, you're comparing the National to Metallica.
Well,
Why don't you compare?
Led Zeppelin,
No.
Aerosmith.
No,
Guns N' Roses.
something far like a band that has
The Beach
longevity,
Boys, but only
like,
with Mike Love.
Yeah, like
the
something-
zombie Beach Boys
Like,
that perform
okay,
the Mountain
okay.
Winery every other year.
Okay. You could go
Actually, Mountain Winery's
to
probably
see
too
whatever
different
the
of a
hell
sport.
you whatever.
Future
you're-
Metro Boomin and Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, whatever. Or you can go see Skid Row without Sebastian Bach.
Oh boy. That is not the National, though. That is not the same. No. I actually think your comparison is right. That it is like Metallica because it's still a huge event.
okay,
It's still
dude,
a huge event.
There ain't
No,
nothing.
and
There
this
ain't
is-
nothing Metallica about the National.
There is nothing. I am not saying anything bad about Metallica. I am trying to lift up the National. The National is still a huge event. It's still the big premier
It's
event on
like,
the calendar. It's just that the average audience is probably going to be a little
It's
older.
the
than
gold
Fanatics.
standard
That's fine.
of card shows, just like Metallica is the gold standard
Yes, exactly.
for rock.
It's a compliment to the National. and
I'm
Metallica.
kind of insulted. I don't know how I feel. I'm pretty. I know you're saying it's a compliment, but I'm not taking it as a compliment.
tried and true legends out there. As the National, it's tried and
Have
true
you been to
ultimate
Cleveland?
show. I've never been to Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
And that's rock.
I'm not talking about the place.
That's where the
I'm
Rock and
talking
Roll
about
Hall
the
of
show.
Fame is.
I
I'm talking
will
about the
say,
show.
yeah. I mean, if we could just all take a trip and just go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and just hang out there,
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
Watch a
They have
ball
really,
game.
if you like pinball machines, they have
Do love a
a
pinball
bunch of pinball machines that are all a bunch of bands. Like
I can-
every band's pinball machine they have like a wing of the Rock and Roll Hall of
Look,
Fame.
That's pretty cool.
Look, they may have Peyton Manning and Tom Brady at Fanatics Fest, but they don't have Kiss Pinball.
Kiss
So,
pinball,
You know.
Aerosmith
Advantage
pinball,
Cleveland.
AC/DC pinball, Metallica pinball.
Nice. Yeah.
Actually, let's
man.
see what the National has. Okay, while I'm looking this up, what music artists would you have out there to draw in?
Again,
collector?
Skid Row.
Are we talking National or Fanatics Fest? So Fanatics Fest. Fanatics Fest.
Mojo Fest is one thing.
Here's the thing is because last year
It'll
we
be out
were
of my age demographic. Whoever they book.
all this joking aside. Last year at the National, they brought out Big Boy from Outkast, and then there was a Diplo afterwards. Like that is not like. That's pretty. Those are a couple of heavyweights right there. I know Big Boy kind of.
The National has
for an
Ricky
older
Henderson,
demographic.
Chipper Jones, Bartolo Colon,
There's
Johnny Bench.
Big Sexy.
Omar Vizquel is his first national appearance.
You know what? You
Larry
know.
Zonka, Doug Flutie. These are all Metallica guys.
They, no. The only thing in common is that they all listen to Metallica.
Jerry Rice, Edgerrin James.
Here's who's.
Floyd Mayweather's going to be there. Well, he might be, but he's on the thing, you know.
Here's who's gonna be at Fanatics Fest. We all know who it's gonna be. It's gonna be Travis Scott, which is fine, and he's a
There'll be
huge
Cactus
artist.
Jack drop. while
Right.
we're
It'll
there.
be him and like Meek Mill. It'll be Ruben's guys, and they're always at a certain point. It's like I think we were talking. I think I was saying this to you, Doug, the other day.
What do we wear?
Well, I don't know. Well,
What do we?
robes.
wear your Cactus Jack.
No. Do you wear like white party? Like do you?
Yeah, you go white party. It's before Labor Day.
I think
so we're
we
fine.
should all just try to look as young as possible.
Yes. Let's all get Botox before the show.
What do young kids wear? Like, let me get my Chat GBT up.
Look, they're gonna have
How
Travis
do you
Scott.
dress young?
They're gonna have Travis Scott and Meek Mill, and at a certain point, it's like seeing an amazing Hall of Famer's autograph. That you're like, wow, this is like Magic Johnson's autograph. But after you see it 500 times, you're like, the allure, the wow factor might wear off a little bit for the people who we break this stuff all the time and see those things. So seeing Travis Scott and Meek Mill at yet another Fanatics thing is like, okay, you got anybody else? Is this the only guys you got? Is this it? No disrespect.
I think I'm not super hip, but I think those are some pretty big.
They're
names,
huge.
right?
That's what I'm saying.
So I think we could probably.
especially the age demographic.
I think we
that's
could
going.
probably keep them around for a while and get people excited every single time.
Travis got bigger than Meek Mill, but like, yeah, huge.
It's like kind of like what Panini did with Fat Lever and Alex English.
Right. Yeah, but
just-
that's the thing. You don't want Travis
Unreliable.
Scott. You don't want Travis Scott to become Fanatics'
You don't
Lever.
want Meek Mill to become Fat Lever.
No,
I get it. I
that's
get what you're
that's
saying.
dangerous. That shouldn't happen. And yet, there's a part of me, if that were to be the music artist, I would actually feel let down. I would. Bring something to the table. You're in New York.
I think we have a little while before we.
Jay-Z, Michael Rubin and Jay-Z, right? They're a thing. They're
Jay-Z.
right. They're tight. Jay-Z,
Jay-Z would never.
P. Diddy.
but we would do it for Rubin.
No, he wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
P. Diddy.
wouldn't.
But okay.
Well, he's not busy right now.
But what do you
Got hits though, man.
as a patron to the Fanatic Fest and Jay-Z's there? What are you expecting out of Jay-Z?
I don't know.
Card drop.
Are you expecting like? I want an autograph and a photo with Jay-Z.
I'm
want
talking
Jay-Z to perform.
I'm talking like an event, a
I
premiere
want
night
Jay-Z
event, or
to stand there and
I would.
not do
Me
anything.
personally, as a huge Jay-Z fan, I would want him to perform.
Yes.
I would also want him to maybe have some type of exclusive drop there, maybe with his Topps cards or something like
Yeah, that's
that.
what I'm saying. So are they going to correspond memorabilia and cards with these entities that are going to come out there? Right?
There's a VIP ticket option. If the VIP ticket option gets me to some sort of, national style party where we get to see a 30, 40 minute set from Jay-Z, then yeah, that's I think what the expectation
That's priceless. So.
right.
And I guarantee you.
No, I mean there'll be a price on it.
Oh, there'll be a big
I
price.
mean, there's not priceless.
Let me see what kind of.
Very specific price.
Let me go through and see what kind of stock there's left. I bet you got to buy a package with heritage high number in it. If they're using the Panini. Theory.
I was like, there's no, that didn't come out yet.
But if they're doing some,
you
kind
could
of
imagine,
package
I
deal,
get it, yeah.
I mean that's good.
1,000
business.
cases of Chrome update breakers
You
alike.
get to hang out with JC. Yeah,
JC?
JC from
JC from NSYNC.
How about that?
Sweet.
They're all, we got JC.
We got
We got
JC. What about
JC,
JT?
and then
Who?
And then JC shows up.
No, we thought you said JT, Justin Timberlake. No, sorry.
I mean,
We have JC.
Look, we can call Chris Kirkpatrick while we're at it. Maybe he'll show up too.
that'd be pretty. I may be as excited as Jay-Z.
Sure.
Well, shout out to my to our boy Dell too. If at Mojo Fest we would have a karaoke contest, 100%.
Yeah. 100%.
Oh,
With
yeah.
big prizes.
With big prizes, dude.
Yeah, no. Honestly, let's be honest. Mojo Fest would just be a 3-day karaoke party. Let's be honest. That's what it would be.
A contest,
With
3-day long
where we
contest.
sprinkle in breaks in between.
We're American Idol of breaks.
Yep, that would be fun. That would be fun. Sports, contests, music, and karaoke. That's it.
I like it.
We'll dub it. We'll leave you guys on that one, guys. Get into some Chrome Black breaks. Also, pre-sell the new quadruple double NBA on the site. Limited run. You guys get in on that. Get on those big hits. Get in one of the first cases. It could be a chance at an Eminence box in your break. So get in on those. And we'll see you guys next week on The Hype. Peace.